Hello, today we'll be breaking down the American Express tournament beginning this Thursday. First, I'm going to run you through the new format of the tournament. We're going to dive into some analysis, go over some projections, ownership value, and then before I kick you on out of here, I'm going to give you my picks for this week. So, due to the pandemic, the traditional Pro-Am has been scrapped. The entire field is all professionals. And rather than playing on 3 different courses, they're just going to be playing on the tournament and the stadium course, Thursday through Friday. And then like a traditional tournament, there'll be a cut Friday afternoon. And then Saturday and Sunday will be exclusively on the tournament course. And here we are, the beautiful data. Just real quick, going from left to right, we have golfer, their DraftKings salary, their average fantasy points, their world golf ranking, my projections, as well as projected ownership, and then based on salary and projection, their value. Now, if any of these terms sound unfamiliar to you, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be producing an ongoing series explaining daily fantasy more in depth for the casual sports fan or someone looking to hone their skills. And we're going to be exploring concepts just like these and how they can improve your game. Right off the bat, we noticed John Rahm, as of yesterday, has withdrawn from the tournament. He's a former winner, so that's pretty big. On top of that, he's the highest ranked player that was supposed to be in this field and the highest salaried. So that leaves just Patrick Cantlay as the lone top 10 player in the World Golf Rankings in this field. Few studs are out playing on the European Tour this week, and then some are just taking the week off. So that certainly shrinks the top dogs that are going to be available for your lineups. Of the golfers 9.5K and above, I really like Finau, Im, Reed, and Scheffler. In 2014, in fact, Reed set the 72-hole course record, but as noted earlier, the format is a bit different this year. I still think Reed's an excellent cash play, but for tournaments, I might look at playing Im or Finau as a way to get different from the field. While a lot of players are going to be stuffing their lineups with Reed and Scheffler based on our projected ownership. Now, moving down the list, we see in this range there are some great plays. I mean, you got Ricky Fowler coming in very low owned, carries a decent value. Kevin Na is coming off a win, so I think the recency bias is going to be a little too strong there. I'm going to pivot away from him. That still leaves Answer, Henley, Casey, and Lanto Griffin as quality plays, coming in at really good values, and a few of those guys at low ownership. Here, I'm also completely dodging Phil. His value is shot. I'll let his diehard fans pay that price for him. I will not be. As we move on down the list, these guys are going to be less likely to win, but they could still make a huge fantasy splash and ultimately leave you making a lot of money. Here we see Brian Harman coming in at our highest value yet at over 10.41, yet still only carrying about 10% ownership. He's going to be a great play this week. Tremendous upside. Not very well picked by the field. And I think that's a good opportunity to both differentiate and hit a home run. As we move on down, we're just seeing the value of these guys increase. The projected fantasy points are staying about the same, and the ownership's going down too. So I think this is a good point to talk about. If you're playing a tournament, particularly your larger field tournaments, sometimes you're better off on loading up on these high 7s, low 8,000 players and filling out your lineup with that, while the rest of the field is going to go kind of the stars and scrubs approach and jam in Reed, Im, Scheffler, and then a bunch of cheapies to fit under the salary cap. This is a great way to get different and separate yourself from a large field GPP and have a shot at a big win. And we see this theme continuing. Ownership, now almost all below 10%. These guys just simply aren't getting played as often as they should be, considering that every single one of these has a value over 10, and including Cameron Tringale, the first value we've seen over 11. He's absolutely going to be in my cash lineup. Maybe get to him in a few tournaments. We'll see how each lineup shapes up. But over 11 on the value. And he's going under 10% owned. That's just phenomenal. As we continue on down the list, the theme just continues on and on. Going to see a lot of guys over 10. A couple more guys over 11 in Ha and Streelman. Great plays coming in at 11%, 7% owned. And the theme's just going to continue. Obviously, these guys are less likely to win. But if you get a top 10 finish out of a 7,200 guy, you're going to be sitting pretty if the rest of your lineup shows up to play too. So I'll scroll through the rest so you can get the idea, get the projections, get the ownership, get the value on the entire field. But I will note, I'm not going to be giving out projections, ownership, and value in every single video. It just takes far too much work to go into this. I'm going to have my Patreon set up, and the link will be down below. And if you would like to sign up, I'm going to be doing basketball, NFL, although that is wrapping up, but also golf. And I will have projections, ownership, value, my picks, and I'll be updating them throughout the week, keep you informed, give you the best possible knowledge so that you can go out and crush your tournaments. Here we see Troy Merritt over 10.77 on the value. Now, as we get down into the low 6,000s, it starts to become kind of a wasteland. We'll see a few guys over 10 on the value, but a lot of these guys are tough plays. I mean, they're guys that may not have their tour card. They're mid 500s on the World Golf rankings. Just tread lightly here. Like I said, a lot of people are going to pick a few guys out of here because they're going to be running out of salary when they pick all their studs from the top. So it's just not a great place to focus your lineup on. You don't have a great shot of winning outright with any of these guys. I think a great construction for a tournament is, like I said earlier, hammering in as many guys who have a shot at winning, and you're going to see that in your high 7s to low 9s, where you'll get good value on guys who have a good shot of absolutely winning the tournament, and that's it. That's all of them. So first off, we have my top dogs. These guys are all over 9,000 in salary and have the best shot of winning on Sunday. We got Patrick Reed, Tony Finau, Sungjae Im, Abraham Answer, and Scotty Scheffler. These guys are phenomenal for cash. The lower owned ones are great for your tournaments. And these guys are going to be the ones that are going to be in contention this weekend. So next we have up my value plays. These guys are all 7,500, but all projected to make the cut and put up a decent, good fantasy score this week, especially for their price point. We have Mark Hubbard, Cameron Tringale, Bryce Garnett, John Ha, and Cameron Percy. I would pair these guys in with your top dogs to create a really solid cash lineup where you're just trying to beat 50% of the field and you're not really focused on ownership. Let other people make the mistakes. Just play the best plays. And finally, where the boys become men, the leverage plays. These are the guys that are lesser owned but have a huge potential this weekend. And if you work them into your lineups for tournaments, you pair them with a couple top dogs, a couple value plays, and get these guys in there, you have a shot of taking home a big prize. As not many people may have these guys, but they have a huge upside. And if you could work them in the right lineup, huge potential. So that's it. That's my plays for the American Express beginning this Thursday. I appreciate you sticking along with me this long and working through my analysis. If you found anything helpful out of this, please go ahead and give me that subscribe. It costs you nothing, maybe the thumbs up. If you want to stay alerted when I'm dropping future videos, you could go ahead and hit the notification bell as well. If you got any comments or questions, I'll try to get to them. Just put them down below. If you'd like to see me cover any specific topic or something, please also put that down below. I can only know what you want to see if you tell me. Once again, thank you for watching. DFS Tutor, out.